Bill Burton is here. He's the co-founder of Priorities USA Action. You're responsible for this ad, is that right?
That's right.
You stand by it?
Absolutely.
You make a serious allegation, in effect suggesting that the Republican presidential nominee, in effect, is responsible for the death of this woman.
And
when we've gone through the timeline, and it's clearly he's not responsible for her death.
Absolutely not.
You're
absolutely right. He's not. And that's not what the ad suggests.
And what is the message of the ad? Because that's clearly missed.
Anybody watching that ad seems to...
Well, it's clearly missed by that fact check.
Why?
There's no doubt. The point of this ad is that, it's to tell the story of one guy, Joe Sopcich, and the impact on his life that happened for years and to this day as a result of decisions that Mitt Romney made. This is one of a series of ads in which we talk about the very long-lasting impacts that Mitt Romney's decision had on these communities, on these individuals, and their families. What that fact check did was it presupposes that if Joe's wife had gotten sick right after he left that company, right after he was fired from that company, then somehow Mitt Romney would be culpable. If she hadn't had health insurance for a short time in that intervening period, somehow Mitt Romney would be culpable. We're not saying Mitt Romney is culpable for that. What we're saying is that Joe Sopcich was fired from his job, and as a result of that, he wasn't able to hold on to health care benefits that were promised to him. And as a result, when his wife got sick, he didn't have health care.
But his wife was diagnosed with cancer 6 years after Mitt Romney effectively left Bain Capital. He effectively left in '99.
Well, he was the CEO until 2002.
Yeah, but in 1999, he went to run the Olympic Games in Salt Lake, and he worked full-time on that.
Most people think that when you're the CEO, you're responsible for the decisions of that organization.
In terms of day-to-day operations, he had no role.
He was the CEO. He was the sole shareholder. He's responsible for the decisions that were made.
But he had already been gone from a day-to-day operation.
Well, he's signed his name to...
But the bottom line, I want Kate to move on. But you're saying you stand by this ad. You haven't placed it anyplace yet, have you?
Well, we shipped it, so it'll show up on TV
How much are you going to spend to promote this ad, and where are you going to promote it?
Well, it'll be up in battleground states around the country. It's part of a $20 million project that we're using to tell the story.
What part of that $20 million?
Well, it depends. Every ad is a little bit different. Sometimes you think that you want to keep an ad on longer, and so you do.
So even though so many fact checkers says it's inaccurate, it's not responsible, it's misleading, you're still going to go ahead and play it.
Well, Wolf, just like we just talked about, what this ad does is it tells a story of one guy and the impact that Mitt Romney had on it.
But it's misleading to tell.
Well, this is your opinion.
Most independent fact checkers, and we're independent.
What fact in that ad is wrong?
The impression that you get that he killed her.
So you're saying that there's an impression. You're saying that there's an impression.
Anybody who watches that 60-second ad comes away and says Mitt Romney's responsible, at least indirectly, for this lovely woman's death.
I just don't think that's true, and we would never make that case.
I mean, the point of the ad. That's the message you take away from it, Bill, because whatever message was intended in this commercial is not.
It's clearly it's clearly lost on some folks. That make no mistake about that. But the truth is, what this ad is about is what Mitt Romney wants his campaign to be about.